What's up, guys? I'm Chris Warrens, and since 2017, I've been a full-time luxury watch dealer, passionate about helping you navigate the world of high-end timepieces. Alongside that, I run a few other ventures: consulting, writing, public speaking, real estate, and a nonprofit in veteran services. But on this channel, it's all about watches, your go-to place for education, insights, and building a community of enthusiasts who share the same passion. If you find value in this content, we'd love for you to hit that like button and subscribe, especially since 98% of you statistically watching haven't done so yet. With that said, let's dive into today's show. All right. Ice Blue Platinum Daytona 126506. We got our hands on one of these bad boys, and truth be told, I'm not a big fan of the Daytona personally, and never wear them. When I say that, I'm referencing the stainless steel sports models, specifically the very popular Panda. I'm just not a fan of it. I think it's overrated. I think it's small. I think it is way too expensive over MSRP on the secondary market, but I would wear this one. It's heavy. Given it's all platinum, it weighs a lot more than the steel sports models like the 116 or 126 500 LN Daytonas, which I was just referencing. It's a really nice piece in person. It's simply striking, and should be, considering the price point at one time traded well into the six figures and still commands a six-figure mark. Now, on the 126, the newer variation that we're going over, it's got this beautiful open case back, which is always nice when Rolex blesses us with one. Interesting to note, the brown is a little different than the 116. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say, but you really have to look at it under magnification. But the sub-dials in the brown are just slightly different than the previous generations, and I kind of like it. All right, it's also interesting to point out the 126 has one dial. The 116 had two different dials when it came to the Ice Blue, one with baguette diamonds and one without. The baguette dial was all blue, platinum, blue sub-dials that came with the diamond markers, and the non-baguette had the brown sub-dials. The 126 is the same dial, baguette or not, which I kind of like. Overall, this piece is just stealthy. It's classy, it's elegant. It's a 40 millimeter Daytona that is more subtle than, say, a John Mayer in comparison. It doesn't scream, look at me. It doesn't scream, look at my wrist. It doesn't scream six-figure price point, and I like that about it. But the best part about the whole entire watch, in my humble opinion, is Rolex decided to not be shy and let us take a look at the movement with a glass caseback. Now, what does the glass caseback do? It technically makes the water resistance less, but truth be told, who's diving in a $100,000 platinum Daytona? I mean, I'm sure people do, but I don't think many people actually want to go diving in this watch. And when you look at the caseback, I really do like the movement, though a lot of people say they don't. It's great work on the caseback either way, and when Rolex gives us an open caseback, I always take notice because they're saying a very subtle statement. So what do we think of this beauty? This is what it comes down to. All right, drum roll. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would we rate the Daytona Platinum Ice Blue 126506? Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Daytonas overall. I know it's controversial, but this Daytona I really like. Best in the lineup of Daytonas, in my humble opinion. I'm going to give it a 9.3 out of 10, which is really high on my scale. Just for reference, I gave the 116 500 White Panda an 8 of 10. So a 9.3 out of 10 is pretty killer. But here's the hard part. If you want one of these from an AD, be prepared to wait a long time. They're very hard to get a hold of, let alone the stainless steel sports Daytonas from ADs. So just make sure you're patient. If you're interested in this Daytona or want to learn more about working with us on one. Our links are in the show notes below. And before we go, I'd love to hear your feedback on this review and what you think of this Daytona in this review. I enjoy talking timepieces and respond to everyone no matter their perspective. And if you haven't hit that like button or hit subscribe, please do. Know that I appreciate you all, and I look forward to catching you next time. Peace.